Hello guys, for the first part of this video I will share with you the graphic settings that allowed me to have constant 120 FPS while maintaining a good image quality in Nioh 3, and for the second part I will show you a few gameplay settings that you might want to change to benefit from some quality of life features that Nioh 3 has to offer. So for the first part, imagine I'm having an Nvidia 3070 and the AMD Ryzen 7 7800X3D, so my CPU is good while my graphics card is getting old, but for some reason Nioh 3 is stressing my CPU quite a lot. Now what I want you to do is to head on at your visual settings and disable the VSync and head to the resolution advanced settings. There I want you to copy these settings if you have an Nvidia graphics card, or go for the XeSS 2.0 if you are having an AMD graphics card. The frame generation option usually gives you great performance in many games, but in Nioh 3 my personal experience was very bad. I felt like it gave me 100% fake frames that I couldn't even see, and the game even looked worse. So I would like to keep that off, and with the settings we are about to do, we ain't gonna need it either way. Then I want you to go to the next tab and head to the post effects. Most of the settings right here are messing with the visuals of your game. If you like the way my game looks like, just copy all of them. For example, the motion blur blurs the camera when you turn around, depth of field will also blurs the background, bloom will make everything that glows to glow even more, and more. After that, head to the advanced settings, and once again you can of course copy my options, but I will explain which of them are the most important in case you wanna know. So the shadow quality, like any other game, will of course reduce the GPU usage by a lot. You can play with model quality after you finish this graphics setup in case you want your character to look better. The number of models displayed will stress the CPU, and like I said at the beginning of the video, for some reason our CPU will be stressed a lot in Nioh 3, so I keep this one on few. Wind sway, I really don't care about it, you can play with this one as well after you finish the setup. Anisotropic filtering 2 times will be just fine. Effects standard quality and motion standard quality. On the second page, the screen space reflection will just rip your FPS. It might be the heaviest setting in here, so we're turning that off. Background mesh quality, you can play with this one as well after you finish the setup, but I didn't notice any big difference, so I kept it low. The grass density for some games destroys the FPS, for some others not. For Nioh 3, since I prefer to have a more smooth 120 FPS, I set it to very low. The volumetric cloud quality adds a fog, so it's not like we care about this either way, and the global illumination will also add some lighting effects that I don't really care about, so I set this one on very low as well. In general, the screen space reflection, the shadows, the model and world quality will affect the game the most. For the second part of this video, let me quickly show you a few very nice gameplay settings. First, you can zoom out your camera from the camera settings right here and adjust it any way you like. This will help you see more of your surroundings, that's why I prefer to have it fully zoomed out. Inside the basic game settings, you can disable the headgear appearance or your bow visibility while it is unequipped. You can disable the screen shake, which will help you focus on your gameplay more. And you can enable the item auto pick up, which can be very convenient. Later on, you can even create filters on which items you want it to auto pick up. Filters by rarity, for example, if you no longer want to loot blue items and you only want to pick up purple and above. At the user accessibility section, you will find many useful options as well. The first one will allow you to separate the red parry mechanic with the style shift. If you separate them, you will parry when you tap the button, and you will swap style when you are holding the button. This can be very useful if you think about it when you want to parry a red attack but you don't want to swap weapon and you want to continue attacking with the one you are currently holding. So I believe for this one it will be best to just have it like this from the beginning of the game. A bit lower you will find the button hold setting bar that will allow you to pick up or use objects a lot faster when it needs you to hold the button. 3 seconds was very annoying for me, so I set it as low as possible. And that will pretty much cover the Nioh 3 best settings: better camera distance, auto loot, no shaking, no headgear, faster object use, and separate parry from style change. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I will be covering Nioh 3 on its release date, so feel free to leave a sub if you wanna stumble on one of my future videos later on. Thank you for watching, and see you on the next one.